I'm on my way to my first midwife appointment since I found out I am expecting again. I'm going to take y'all with me so y'all can just see what a home birth midwife appointment is. The first one. I love my midwife. She is really great. I kind of don't know if she's going to be there to deliver, but we're going to like work through it. But she's definitely going to be watching over me for my prenatal work. So let's go.
But I've been drinking water all morning.
2 gallons a day. No skin. No skin.
Hello again, and thank you so much for subscribing, liking, and pushing play for this video. Welcome to My Pregnancy, My Birth, My Way, featuring Aziza Nubia's my personal pregnancy experience. Now, I know you're thinking this is the same outfit that she had on in her first video. Well, I have a very busy schedule. If you follow me, you know that I do Natural Woman Magazine. I have AZ Media. I'm very busy. So I have to pick days out the week where I can get my videos done. And today I was going to do this video and the last video you just saw, even though they will be coming out at different times. So that's why I have the same video on, because this is my video recording day. I have to be very mindful of my time and be very organized, because your time is your most valuable asset. More valuable than anything else is your time. So this is my video day. So this may happen some days. Some days I may just have one video to film. Some days I may have 2 or 3, and you may see the same outfit on, because I'm not just about to stop and just re-record and change my clothes and all that kind of stuff. So in this video, we're going to be talking about what to expect for your first home birth midwife experience. And I'm going to be showing you guys some of my first visit with my midwife. Now, like I said before, I chose to do a home birthing experience with my last son that I just had 2 years ago, Mr. Kari. He's so cute. Don't you think he is? All right. And I used a home birth midwife and doula throughout the whole pregnancy. So I did not use any type of medical doctor. I did not do the ultrasounds or the doctor's appointments at hospitals or doctor's offices. I didn't do any of the testings that you would normally do at a hospital. Sometimes I feel like they're very unnecessary. I decided to go this route because in my other pregnancies I did that route, and a lot of times the hospital intervention caused a lot of problems, and I will do a video where I share each one of my experiences in detail. But I decided to go the home birth route with Kari, and I loved the experience so much that with this pregnancy, I knew I was doing it again. Now, one of the reasons why I love this particular midwife, who her name is Mawasi, I loved it because not only did she care for me physically, but she made sure that I was okay emotionally, spiritually, and mentally, which is very, very important because as you're pregnant, it's not just a physical transformation that you're going through a spiritual, emotional, and mental transformation as well. And just like a doctor has to take care of your body, my midwife was making sure that I was taking care of my whole self, my whole being, because birthing is a very, very serious, journey. It is, because you literally leave and go to the ethers to pull a soul back. Some women die giving birth. Some women, a lot of things can happen. So it's very, very serious and shouldn't be taken as just something that we do, even though it is something that we do. But you want to make sure that you're in the right mental space, you're in the right emotional space, you're in the right spiritual space when you are having a baby and about to experience that whole journey. Okay. And so I chose to go home birthing this route because I loved the experience. Like I loved my home birthing experience, especially having to have my baby at home and then just get in my own bed in my own pajamas after it was over and sleep and have my baby there around all my things. It was just really, really great. I love that experience. And as long as my body allows, I will always have a baby at home and probably would never ever have a baby in a hospital unless it was not absolutely necessary. But this is the last baby for me. Like, I'm putting it out there. Like, I done gave enough to the world. But I'm super excited because I actually get to document this entire experience. Something I've been wanting to do since I had my twin boys, because I was just the whole experience of birthing just changed my life. And I was like, wow, so many women need to know that birthing doesn't have to be difficult. It doesn't have to be hard. You don't have to be against your body. Be in one, be one with your body, understand your body, allow your body to speak to you in ways, and it can be very, very powerful. So I am so happy that I do have another opportunity to share this experience, because it won't happen again, I'm telling you. I'm so serious. Even the father of the baby is like, yeah, we ain't doing this no more. Like, yeah. But we're so happy and excited for our baby boy or baby girl to be here. And we will be knowing that pretty soon. And you guys will know with us as well, because I'm going to be doing a gender reveal. Okay? So, what to expect for your first home birth midwife appointment. Now, I know it's a lot of women out there who, want to go the home birth route. Finding the right midwife is essential. Make sure that you know what's in your neighborhood. A lot of home birth midwives, you do have to pay out of pocket for, because they are not working with the hospital. And a lot of insurances won't cover it, which is sad. And that kind of turns women away from doing the home birth, because a lot of women have insurances, and with your insurance, the insurance pays for everything. You may have to pay some co-pays, or if you got state insurance, you don't have to pay for anything. And so some people skip that route. But I looked at it as an investment into myself, into my life. And so some home birth midwives do, they do charge, and that is an out-of-pocket expense. So that's something to think about. Now, your first home birth experience is home birth midwife appointment is very different, but very similar to any doctor's appointment that you have when it's the first time. My home birth midwife, I went to her house. She had everything set up from the table and all that kind of stuff. And I love our appointments because it's not so standard and basic and robotic. It's, girl, how are you doing? How are you feeling? The energy is good. She wants to know how I'm thinking, how my energy feels. And so some of the things that we do in this first appointment, and she checks your weight. She does a questionnaire to see how you're feeling. Since this is not the first time her working with me, our questionnaire time was very quick. She already knows my medical history, but the very first time that she did do an appointment with me, she did do an extensive medical history. Like, I had a nice packet that I had to fill out where I had to put my medical history and all that stuff down, information about the father and all that kind of stuff, for her to have records. But with this particular appointment, since I'm not new to this thing anymore, it was pretty easy. But we did do, this assessment of, how far along I am, because this is my first appointment with her since I've been pregnant. So we did the little pregnancy wheel, calculating how far I was. In this particular appointment, I was 16 weeks, almost 16 weeks. Almost 16 weeks. And some people may say, wow, why did you wait so long to get to the doctor? Well, because I know that first trimester, I did go to the doctor when I first found out I was pregnant and had an ultrasound just to confirm the pregnancy, heard the baby's heartbeat, and everything was fine. And I knew that, if you go to the doctor, most doctors won't schedule your first trimester appointment for that month until you're 12, 13, 14 weeks. Sometimes they'll do 6 weeks, but it's not very necessary unless you have complications and have issues. And so we did ours there, which was fine. But I was about 6 weeks pregnant when I called and told her that I was pregnant. So she was aware. And we knew around this time would be the time for us to get our appointments in. But I did the questionnaire. She asked me questions, asked how I was feeling. She checked my blood pressure. She checked my heart rate. She checked my weight. She checked the baby's heartbeat. And we just had a nice conversation on where I was at and how I was feeling with this pregnancy. Now, I did share with my midwife, because I said before in the video that it's always good to be open with them with how you're feeling. If you have any concerns, whether they're big or small, make sure you have that line of communication open. I did share with her that I was feeling lightheaded and dizzy, and I think I may be hypoglycemic. And so she tested my urine, and my urine came back fine, but midwives can do those things as well. They do take great care of you. The only difference between a midwife, home birth midwife, and the doctor or hospital midwife is that you're not in the office. It's a bit more personal, but they do the same things. So I got to hear my baby's heartbeat and all those amazing things. And so that's some of the things that you can expect for that first appointment. It's no different from a hospital doctor's appointment. Now, your midwife won't take your blood. Some midwives probably do. My midwife does not, because there was no need. Now, if I continue to have the dizzy spells, because she did give me instructions on how I need to manage that. And she told me I need to eat 6 small meals a day, 2 salads a day, and make sure I'm drinking a gallon of water a day. And so I follow those steps, and I do that every day. I take my sea moss smoothies and all the vitamins and nutrients that I need to make sure that my body has everything it needs to take care of me and my baby. But if I continue to have the dizzy spells, she will be taking my blood sugar. That's just the prick finger and testing to see where my blood sugar levels are at. But outside of that, she's not testing or taking, blood testing for different things. Although some people may feel like those things are necessary to test for those kind of things. But if you're not high risk, if this is not your first rodeo with a baby, even if it is your first and you're healthy, these things about yourself, most midwives won't do it. But if you are concerned and want to take all those prenatal blood testing things, you can go to an urgent care diagnostic, ask your midwife, what does she feel about it? And she will guide you in the right direction. But I did not have to get needles, blood drawn, or anything like that. But I know if my midwife had concerns that something was wrong, because she's very intuitive and she's very smart and she's done this for so long, she would instruct me to go to the doctor or go to the hospital. She's not just going to be negligent. She's watching things very carefully. Okay. So you got to trust that, because they're very skilled in what they're doing. But I did not have to go through that. And what else? That was it. She checked my weight. Got to hear my little baby's heartbeat. The baby was moving around. Sometimes she will measure your stomach. She measured my stomach with my hand, so to see how far big my uterus was at. And felt the baby. Like, she is good at that. Even though the baby was running around and it took a minute. She was happy that when she was listening to the baby's, trying to find the baby's heartbeat, that she was able to hear my heartbeat in my uterus. So she said that's great, because she found a maternal vein in my uterus, and that just shows that my uterus is getting a lot of great circulation. So your first midwife home birth appointment is not scary. It is more personal from a doctor's appointment, because you're in the office and a waiting room and things of that nature. But most of your first home birth midwife appointments, you'll either go to either the midwife's office or home, or they'll come straight to you. And throughout my pregnancy experience, I go to my midwife and she comes to me. Okay, so I just love that experience. It feels more personal. And I feel like she's not only watching over me physically, but watching over me mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. And I will recommend her for everybody. So I am going to add her information in this video because she offers so many birthing services and education tools, not just for mothers to be, but women who want to be doulas, women who want to be certified in midwifery. She does that. So I'm adding her information. Make sure you check it out. But that is pretty much how my first home birth, midwife appointment went for this pregnancy. I go back 1 month, and I'll be doing 1 month visits until I'm about 8 months, and then it'll be more frequent because when you hit that 8 month mark, you are almost there to be pushing. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, comment, share the video. Let me know what you think. If you have any video topics or ideas or things you want to know, and you want me to do for a video, please put it in a comment. I will be watching. I will be commenting and responding back to you guys. And again, I just thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe to Natural Woman Magazine and support a sister, right? www.asnaturalwoman.com. But until next time, mamas, peace.